Hello everybody and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. Today we're going to be playing some more Fire Emblem Three Houses. Today we're going to be going right into Chapter 10. So last time we had a bit of a sad episode. We lost Geralt, our pups. And now we get to deal with
Part 1.
What happens next.
White Clouds. Guardian Moon. Where the goddess dwells. Long ago, the guardian Seiros made an appearance during this moon. She had been summoned by the goddess, whose soul was suffering as the flames of war raged across Fodlan. Some believe that high in the sky above Seiros, the Immaculate One's mighty wings are what powered the strong winds carrying the Guardian and her forces into battle.
The Immaculate One. I want to know more about that. So is the Immaculate One Seiros? Is that dragon representative of Seiros? Because we know that she can turn into a dragon. And also I'm wondering if Seiros once housed the goddess, kind of like we are now. Or if Sothis was ever like her own individual being. I'm going to guess that Sothis probably was once an individual being. All right, 5,000 gold. Yeah, sure. Anytime I can talk to Leone, I'm down.
Hey, Professor, got a minute?
Oh no. This happened right after, Oh no. Yeah, she always talks about Geralt.
Look, I'm sorry I snapped at you. I didn't mean to lose my temper. I was rude to you. I should have known better.
It's all right.
Huh, I thought you might say that. In that way, you're just like Captain Geralt. You accept other people. You don't let petty details get under your skin.
So I thought it was like just really strange timing that I had this support at basically this exact same time in my last playthrough. But now I'm starting to think that maybe the support was locked until now. How do you know my father?
Well, when I was a kid, I kind of latched onto him. I've been calling myself his apprentice ever since. He spent some time in the village I grew up in. Actually, you weren't with him back then. Why not?
I don't remember.
Huh. Maybe he left you with a relative or something. Anyway, back then, Gerald's job was to deal with poachers. Well, they were bandits, but we called them poachers. Nobody in the village could stand up to them, but your dad, he took them on like it was nothing. I was so impressed. All I could think was how amazing mercenaries were. I'd lived in that tiny village my whole life, so to me, Captain Gerald was nothing short of a legend. So I went right up to him and I told him I was going to be his apprentice. He didn't stick around long after that, but he did teach me a lot while he was with us. Tactics, strategy, training routines, it was all so new and exciting. So after he left, I kept at it, kept training, just like he taught me.
I'm glad you got to see him again.
Me too. I always planned to meet him again once I became a top-tier mercenary. But I'm just glad I got to see him, to thank him properly and all. I've spent my whole life working to become a great mercenary like your father. There were so many times when I wanted to ask his advice, but I couldn't. I just had to make do. That's how I've made it this far. Just hard work, all on my own. But then you come along. And it's like you don't appreciate Captain Gerald at all, or how lucky you were to have him around your whole life. Oh, it still really bothers me. You might be his kid, but I'm still his best apprentice. Got it?
Hey, whatever you say, Leone.
You're here again. Professor, you've been crying. So, Even you cry sometimes. Oh, I suppose that was thoughtless of me to say.
It's fine.
My teacher, you're so blinded by grief that you can't see what's going on right in front of you. Are you waiting for time to heal your wounds? Or have you curled up in a corner and lost the will to carry on?
How could you ask me something like that?
It's not like you to speak to me like that. You know I'd never ask you a question without purpose. Only you can truly understand your own sadness. Others can sympathize, or even empathize, but all anyone else can offer are the tears of an outsider looking in.
You could at least give me, like, a couple more days. It hasn't even been a week.
So I have no intention of crying for you, or of standing still with you. All I can do is promise to reach out my hand when the time comes for me to move forward.
What do you mean?
The mysterious organization that was carrying out experiments in Remire Village and the chapel, they're up to something near Garreg Mach. The Archbishop has sent the Knights to undertake a large-scale investigation. No information has surfaced yet, but our enemies will soon be discovered.
So I'm guessing at this point she's kind of broken ranks with that group.
When they are, will you lead us
Maybe,
into
maybe
battle?
not.
Or will you just sit here with no thought for the future that is fast approaching? My
I have to
teacher,
assume that she has.
there is a choice to be made. I hope you make the right one.
My. She really is quite arrogant. She spoke her mind without an ounce of reservation. But she is right. The time has come to stand again. You know already what your answer is.
Oh, thank you. You saved me.
If you were to die, then the mystery of our bodies would be revealed. Preventing that was my only aim.
I wonder if the body that Thales has is significant in some way. Because, I mean, like, she's taking Monica right now. Thales, we assume, is in the body of somebody previously, maybe somebody important. I'm trying to think if we've seen somebody who even looks like him. I don't think so. Like, I'm trying to think what Dimitri's dad looks like, but he doesn't look like him, I don't think, so. Yeah, and, of course, you know, you've got Tomas and Solon.
I'm afraid you must remain, Kronya. There is something I need you to do.
Oh, of course. I am always happy to cooperate with Solon. Leave it to me.
How annoying.
Flame Emperor, is she offending you? Unfortunately, we cannot take our eyes off her, so there is nothing to be done. You are our greatest creation. We use the defiled beast's blood as the fuel to your flame, that you may burn even the gods.
So are these people involved with the experiments that the Edelgard was involved with then? We use the defiled beast's blood as the fuel to your flame. So they must have something to do with the backbone of the Empire, right? So we have Edelgard's family, the Restvelds, she had a bunch of siblings. They were all experimented on, and they all died except for her. She, in some way, was a success with their experiments, and we can assume that they used this defiled beast's blood to do something to make her more powerful. So, does this organization, are they kind of like an Illuminati behind the Empire or something? I mean, it seems like they have roots in all of the different countries, including the Alliance and the Kingdom. So, I'm guessing that, yeah, they're like an Illuminati type group, but I want to know more. I want to know more.
Now is the time to cleanse Fodlan with that power and bring forth our salvation.
And it seems like in some small way, Edelgard kind of like shares their ideals a little bit. At least maybe not necessarily cleansing Fodlan, but she kind of does. Not necessarily cleansing, so to speak, but she wants to basically conquer all of Fodlan and unite it together. So it seems like they're kind of after the same thing, but slightly different goals. So it's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend, I guess. But it seems like she doesn't like working with them too much these days.
There will be no salvation
Okay,
for
there you go. Yep.
mankind.
She's kind of like breaking ranks with
Those
them.
responsible for such gruesome deeds in Dusker and Enmar.
And she knows about that. I think I knew that. That she knows about that they were involved with the massacre in Dusker.
All so that you may acquire the strength you need. All for a purpose.
Weird. So they massacred Dimitri's family and friends, and they also were involved with the killing of the Dusker people, and all of that was in service of giving power to Edelgard. But why? What's so important about giving that power to Edelgard? What is this power exactly? Ingrid's birthday. Oh yeah, I'll host a tea party for my girl Ingrid. Wish you were on our team, Ingrid. Ginger.
Thank you for inviting me.
I don't know what she likes. I could look them up, but
Thank you.
where's the fun in that? I think I've only looked up somebody's favorite tea
delicious.
once. Training partners, probably?
Yes.
Yeah. The most important thing to her is becoming a knight, so
Yes.
probably mighty weapons.
Wow. Yes.
Food.
Wow.
Yeah. She's obsessed with food as
As a
well.
child,
Nice.
my father and brother used to yell at me for spending so much time with my horse.
Laugh?
Yes, I agree.
Nice. Perfect tea time. We haven't gotten one of those in a while. Alright. Fan service looking. I still don't understand this. It's like, if it's supposed to be a fan service thing, it's not very good at that. Which I'm fine with, like, honestly.
How
I think that the
relaxing.
fan service stuff in some of the games has been a little strange. But, anyways.
Thank you for the treat. I had such a great time.
But she is one pretty gal. I do like Ingrid a lot. Charm. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's look at some supports. Looks like we only have the one.
Dorothea, I want to be asking you a question.
Oh, please do.
Why have you come to Garreg Mach? Is your goal different from the rest?
Yes, I suppose. Everyone here is an heir or an heiress, but not me. I'm just a commoner. When I enrolled in the Officers' Academy, I was different than everyone else. I wanted to secure my future, and my big idea was to marry money. Ever since, I've been dating different, terribly well-to-do men, searching for a good one. So far, there's been no reason for a second date.
Marrying money? That is not sounding like a good idea.
Usually isn't.
Money would be a bad husband.
Pretty much.
But you treat me well. I have so much gratitude. Why do you show me such friendliness when I am not money?
Oh, no, Petra. This isn't like that. I like spending time with friends. It's wonderful being friends with you. And I hope we can stay close for a long time to come.
Dorothea, just hook up with Ingrid. Just do it.
Yes, I have that hope too. But I have also been thinking of who is good for me.
Oh, I see.
And still I am thinking we should be friends.
Oh, I know why. Because we're both trouble for Imperial nobility.
Yes, we both have troubles.
Feels nice, doesn't it? Knowing that together we can irritate that many people. Since we've already got a lot in common, let's get to know each other better, shall we?
That was a good one. That was a really good one. Now, funnily enough, I say that, but Ingrid is actually comes from a fairly poor noble house. It's a big part of her supports is the fact that, you know, she wants to help her house grow stronger because it's actually poor in comparison to other nobles. But yeah, Dorothy and Ingrid, perfect for each other. Okay, let's see. I don't know if we have any certifications to do. That's right. We already certified you into that, but you're still not mastered yet. So we're not going to switch you yet. Yeah, you still need to master yours too. We can also make you a dancer at any point now. Okay, we did get your mastery unlocked though. Okay, Lysithea, you're not quite there yet. We can't even try to get your advanced class yet. Soon, though. Soon. I don't think you're too far off, honestly. Wow, you're only level 14. Yeah, we haven't been taking you anywhere. You've only been out for one mission, and that was your paralog. I'm gonna have to someday do a playthrough where I kind of like take people in opposite directions of where their normal growths would be, just to see what it's like. I think that could be really fun. Okay, what is on this month's stuff? Golden Fish, Blessing of the Land, Spice Festival. Rare monster sighting, that's when we'll do our battles. Fish of Mystery. We may not do fishing this month. So let's go explore.
If you must weep, then weep. I shall be here for you.
Thank you.
Well, it would be ridiculous to not feel anything after something like that. Go on and let it out. I am here.
I like that the music's changed for exploring this month. Kind of taken on a more somber tone. It's a good song. There's so much good music in this game. Should I check all of the rooms? I hate checking the rooms. But man, sometimes the professor experience you can get from just finding a book is really good.
Hello.
Although I don't remember if I ever found one in the later part of the game. It seems like they're more common in the early part of the game. Now, somebody in the comments let me know if you miss one month, will it be there the next month? So in other words, if 1 month a book showed up in this room and I didn't check it until 3 months from now, would it still be here? I don't actually know the answer to that question, so if anybody knows, let me know in the comments. I've never tried testing it out, so that would be interesting to know, is like, if you miss out, do you just miss out on that experience, or can you find it the next month?
Hello there.
Dedu!
It is a shame what happened to Gerald.
Yes, it is.
I am sorry. There are no words.
Thank you, Dedu.
Leave some flowers on his grave for me.
He's such a good dude. I love Dedu. Light purple veil, a headscarf that has been dyed purple. Probably belongs to someone who likes fashion. Last month we did the dancing and Manuela was right here, so probably belongs to her. Takes care of their long hair. Skip through that one a little too quick. Okay. Oh, nice. We did get a stat up item. I think each set of flowers, resistance, huh? I don't remember ever getting that in the last playthrough. Yeah, you can, I think that each of these flowers have a chance of giving you a stat up item. We'll do that, and one of these other random ones. And I'm pretty sure that the higher you cultivate it, the more likely it is that, you know, those rarer items show up. I also really like flowers just because they can give you a bunch of easy gifts to give people, so...
Hello there.
Lots of good reasons for getting the flowers. But the vegetables are also sometimes needed for recipes, for cooking, so... Can't completely just focus on flowers all the time, I guess. Is there anybody up here? There is one person down here. Is it Ignatz? Yeah, looks like Ignatz. We might be able to recruit him this month, honestly. Maybe. I think we got a C rank, which probably lowers his recruit threshold for stats, so...
I'm scared. I feel that I don't understand the world. How could something like that happen to Gerald? He was so strong.
Even though you're scared, push through.
You're inspiring, Professor. I'll do my best.
Okay, lost items. This isn't you, right? Nope. Slacking on their training. I still don't remember who that one is. Prefers a close shave. You probably don't need to shave yet. Takes care of their long hair. Lovely comb. A beautiful red comb made from tortoiseshell.
Ah, Professor. I'd like to learn more about...
Alright, we still haven't quite hit it. Probably because I haven't focused as much on authority this run. I'm really bad at focusing on authority, aren't I? Like, really bad. I keep on telling myself, oh yeah, get Caspar more authority so that he can actually, you know, have a gambit. And then I don't do it. I gotta keep it in my mind. Keep it in my mind. I'm hopeless, what can I say? Okay, Leonie.
Captain Gerald's gone. He's gone. And we'd only just reunited. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sure this is even harder on you. But I just can't... I can't believe...
Sorry, girl. I don't like it either. Introduction to magic. It probably belongs to someone who is not good at magic. I don't remember who was here last month.
I'm so sorry. I never quite know what to say at times like these. Just don't push yourself too hard too soon. It's okay to allow yourself to be sad right now. Losing someone dear to you. Well, each loss is unique, but it's a feeling I know very well. That said, Professor,
Yeah. I'm sorry, Ingrid. She's lost people too.
No. No.
Hi, Professor. I've actually got plans.
That was expected.
Oh no.
Professor, thank you for all you have done for us. Nothing to report today.
You need a hug, buddy? I'll give you a hug, gatekeeper.
Hello there. This one, yes? I think this one, yes? I think this one, yes?
Get our bait.
I think this one, yes? I think this one, yes? I think... Return soon,
Let's
please.
see, do we have any bullions we
Welcome.
need to sell? I don't think. Oh,
This
we do.
one?
We got $10,000
Thank
sitting
you.
right there. We gotta use those.
Please come again. No.
Pegasus horseshoes, special horseshoes commonly used by Pegasus knights. Belongs to someone who values chivalry. Let's just go back and see if this is Ingrid's, because this is most likely Ingrid's.
What?
just losing. That said. Yes, that's mine.
Yep.
Thank.
You're welcome, girl. Weathered cloak? Rather worn out cloak, probably belongs to someone who battles enemies outdoors. I think this is Catherine's. Ooh, somebody to talk to over here.
The other night, I had the honor of sharing a drink with Gerald. He was pretty tactless, honestly. He could be blunt at times, but he always looked like such a proud, happy father whenever he spoke of you.
I'm so glad you're okay, Professor. I was so worried.
Two of the best girls right here. Both of them just the absolute sweetest human beings on Earth.
Professor, you must be starving. Mercy and I made some sweets for you.
God, so sweet.
We were thinking that if you were to eat something sweet, it might help you feel better.
Thank you for the thought.
Baking sweets is my specialty. I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Oh my god, you're just both the best. Oh, such good people. You're very good at magic. I mean, you gotta try, right?
You're okay, Professor. I was so worried.
I think that, like, killing Dedu and killing Annie in this run, if we end up having to, those two are gonna hurt me real bad. Those two are gonna hurt me real bad.
Oh, we were thinking.
Let's see, could yours be the comb?
Did you find?
No.
Did you? Professor, please lend us your ears. Ferdinand is saying impossible things.
I do not see what is impossible about it. All I said was that if you want to go back to Brigid, you probably can. You are the Empire's guest, so to speak.
Not
they
quite.
cannot afford for something bad to happen to you. There would be a diplomatic incident. Someone close to us has turned up dead. So one could argue that you are not safe here anymore.
You were already told. I am learning here, from the Academy. What are you thinking, Professor?
You do not have to leave if you do not wish it.
I am not returning to home until I have grabbed my goal. I will not be listening to the words of Ferdinand.
No, look, I did not mean to pressure you. Apologies for the misunderstanding. How could...
No, none of those lost items are going to be for you.
Professor, I'm so happy to see you. You're finally returning to your old self. To see the light in your eyes again is a gift. It inspires me to carry on as well. As you know, the Knights are searching furiously for any trace of the enemies who escaped. I'll inform you immediately if I learn anything relevant.
Well, thank you.
Alas.
Hi.
Oh.
Sure, we check all the usual spot. Ooh, I don't think I've ever seen the ones here. A fur scarf, a wolf pelt sewn into the shape of a scarf. Probably belongs to someone affiliated with a village of hunters. Alright. Well, that's definitely for Petra.
You are someone.
I am.
No, look.
I don't know if I've ever found an item in that spot.
This is not belonging to me.
Oh, really? Affiliated with a village of hunters. A wolf pelt. Who else would that be? Noseless puppet. Exquisitely crafted but incomplete wooden puppet. Probably belongs to someone who enjoys wood carving. Oh, what's his bucket is making more dolls for Annie. Oh, Gilbert, that's his name. I don't know why I keep forgetting his name. Gilbert's a great guy. Well, he's a guy who means well but messes up a lot.
I trained with Gerald just the other day. Why? Why did he have to go and die?
Keep it together,
too awful.
soldier.
He didn't deserve it.
Do you have time for a request?
The Adrustian Empire's Imperial Guard is looking for someone to train with. They're said to be the cream of the crop, but I'm certain you can hold your own. Practice battle maneuvers with the Adrustian Empire's Imperial Guard. Sure. Oh, sure, Ignatz. Ignatz. Just sigh really loud, Byleth.
Okay, I've decided on the composition.
Composition?
That's right. The composition for my next paint. Wait, Professor? How long have you been standing there? You haven't been watching me, have you? No, I misspoke. Did I say painting? I meant to say,
You paint?
Well, I've thought for a while that it might be nice to paint the scenery here. The contours of that tree, set against the stark shapes of the faraway peaks. Of course, I only paint after I've finished my chores. I'd never put my art before my responsibilities. My studies are paramount. I shall always uphold my duties as a student of the Officers' Academy. Whereas art is a hobby of mine, you might say. Everyone has hobbies, right? I'm sure you have one.
I'm a very boring individual. No, none.
Oh, well, perhaps it's different for
Just
you,
killing.
Professor. But it's perfectly normal for people to have hobbies. Reading, for instance, or fishing, or taking midday naps. For me, it's making art. Hobbies are healthy. They're a good way of relieving stress. You might consider taking up a hobby, Professor. Anything to clear your mind. Think about it. It's much easier to focus if you're feeling refreshed. There isn't a rule against hobbies, is there? If you tell me to stop, I'll stop. I shall never again put brush to canvas.
You're way too worried about this, Ignatz. Paint as much as you like.
Really? It's okay for me to paint?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're sure.
I'm sure.
But really, it's nothing more than a little diversion, a frivolous pastime. I think I ought to go back to my quarters now, if it's all the same to you.
Okay.
I slipped quietly into the vault and rummaged about, looking for anything we might find useful. There is a group of people who want to kill us, after all. What? This is no time for asking permission. I learned long ago that one can ask permission or forgiveness. It is rarely useful to request the former. Still, it appears the knights have already taken everything useful. There were crest-related objects I thought might be worth studying, so... There you go again with that stern look. Of course I'll put them back when I'm done, assuming they bear no additional use.
How's it going, Bernie?
Professor?
She's out of her room.
I brought some flowers for Gerald.
Oh, she came out of her room to bring Gerald flowers. What a sweetheart. Thank you.
It's the least I can do. Sometimes I feel like all I do is run away. Anyway, I'll go lay them out. What? Professor, I've sung lyrics lamenting death many times on stage. But when something like this happens in real life, I'm lost. I don't know what to say, but I do know this much. Sir Gerald must have been very proud to have you as his child. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. How did you know I lost
A lovely
this?
comb.
Thank you for bringing it back to me.
You're welcome. Who does the steel life picture belong to?
Professor, I'm sure you will pull through this because you're so strong, Professor. Best to stay calm during such tumultuous and upsetting times. We don't know the nature of our enemies. If we underestimate them, anything could happen.
We should be careful.
Yes, I agree. I don't want to lose you too, Professor.
2. She's lost others. Interesting. Are you fond of art?
What?
I haven't lost a parent yet, so I can't even begin to understand how you must be feeling. But even while you're standing still, the world keeps on moving. I always find that oddly comforting.
There are a lot of people at this school that have lost parents. I mean, we've got Edie, we've got Dimitri, we've got myself, we've got Raphael. Who else? I'm sure there's plenty more that I'm just not thinking of off the top of my head, but lots of dead parents. Don't forget, Teach. Wait a minute. Are you Vake? Are you Vake behind there? No, I guess Vake is Teach, isn't he? Yep, we gotta work on recruiting you, even though you're kind of a jerk.
There is no one here who has not heard tales of Gerald's valor. We have suffered a most dear loss. I do not know what the enemy's aim was, but I do know this. After what they have done, we cannot suffer them to live. If there is anything I can do to ensure that justice is brought swiftly, you need only give the word.
All right, well, thank you.
How kind of...
Dapper handkerchief.
How kind of you.
You don't have a 2 on that? That surprises me.
How kind... Oh, Mom.
Ooh, he likes roses. That's going to help. Did we get him already? Oh, we have Ingrid. Not Lorenz yet.
There is no... I do not... If there is...
Give him 2 more roses to start with. See if that gets him.
There is... I do not... If there is any... Oh, Mom. Oh, Mom. There is... I do... If there is any...
How many roses do you need, friend?
Oh, If you insist.
Oh, he does not like the hunting dagger at all. Okay, we'll also have some food with him. That might help. And then we can go and buy some more gifts if we want. Letter to the Goddess. An impassioned letter written to the Goddess. Probably belongs to someone who daydreams about the Goddess. That might be Marianne, since this is in... Yeah, does this belong to you? Daydreams about the Goddess.
I'll say a prayer for Gerald's soul.
Oh, thank you, Marianne.
There's not much else I can do. What's this?
Nope. Daydreams about the Goddess.
What's the... What's the... What's... Oh, excuse... Professor, she really loves Gerald. I hope she can bounce back. Professor, it seems like you're holding up okay, but I'm worried about Leonie.
Yeah, she's not handling things well. Handmade hairpin, a cute but incomplete hair accessory. Probably belongs to someone who is good at making accessories. Are you good at making accessories?
I do not know if there is any...
It's probably... I mean, is it a female? I don't know. Let's try that one with Marianne. I don't remember who was in here last month.
What's this?
Professor? Dark expressions don't suit you, Professor. But well, I'm glad to see you out in the world again. It seems this month will be a quiet one around here. There aren't many knights around to liven things up.
Most of the knights are gone, seeking out the enemy.
Isn't that a bit much? I agree it's important, but is it a good idea to neglect the safety of the monastery?
What do you think, Professor?
It would be a shame if we were invaded.
I agree. We can send some knights after our enemies, but so many? It makes the church seem reckless. No. All right. Perhaps if I joined your class, I could watch your sword technique.
Ooh, I think we got him. Yeah.
Indeed. I think that's best.
Great.
I'll transfer to your class then. Don't make me regret it.
Nice. Welcome to the group, Felix.
It seems this month will be a quiet one around. Isn't that a... What's up, Professor?
Whoops.
Hey.
Oh well.
It seems that most... Isn't that a...
I know nothing.
Who does that first scarf belong to?
Professor? Do you think we'll still be able to graduate? If dangerous things keep happening around here, who even knows? I'm worried. I hope that all the students and professors will be there to celebrate at the graduation ceremony.
It's kind of a foreboding thought.
Maybe. When I heard that Monica was with the enemy, I was surprised by how unsurprised I was.
Yeah.
Something
she was
just
sketchy.
off about her. It's hard to explain.
I mean, her name was Monica. That was your first red flag. If your name is Monica, something bad is going on.
That said, whenever she had free time, she was always hanging around with the Edelgard.
If any of my viewers are named Monica, you're the exception.
I wonder if Edelgard is also... Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm just being paranoid. Please ignore me.
Okay, Yukari. Kawakami. All of the above. Eastern porcelain. A gift container said to have been made in the Far East. It probably belongs to a person of high class. Does that one belong to Ferdinand? Oh my gosh, it's so nice coming through this area without it dropping frames. I'm never turning you on, sir. Never. A uniquely shaped dagger, the back of which is toothed. It probably belongs to someone who likes rare weapons.
Professor.
Could be Felix.
I'm so sorry about what happened to Gerald. No, of course my sorrow is nothing compared to yours. The Knights are even now searching for our enemy's whereabouts. They are to report back the moment they find something. If you desire revenge, Professor, you can count me in.
You do love your revenge. Animal bone dice, cubic dice made from animal bones. They probably belong to someone who enjoys weird games.
You gotta keep yourself active during tough times, Professor. Even if it seems impossible. That's how I got through it when I lost my parents. If you need help with anything, just come and see me. Eating and training are my specialties. That is...
Who's this person who's not good at magic who's studying magic?
That is a... That is...
I'm not even close to being strong enough. I mean, Gerald was so much stronger than me, but even that's enough. I can't dwell on the past. There's no way to know what my future holds, but I do know one thing. Whatever happens, I have to make my own way in this world. I have to keep pushing so I can grow even stronger.
Let's see, I don't think any of this stuff is for you.
What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that?
Oh, what was the training thing this month?
Professor.
Bow tournament. Weapon used training bow. You can get an advance. I'm not doing that for an advance seal. Nope. Not worth my time.
Excuse me. Professor, how are you holding up? I know how heavily grief weighs upon one's heart. I lost my mother some time ago. It was... Forgive me my moment of weakness. Even all these years later, I cannot recall that time without feeling the pain as if it were brand new.
Is that supposed to be Sothis? She talking about Sothis?
Just know that I am praying for your mind and your heart to find peace.
Nice, with the bonus we got the B+.
Practice yields results.
A writing quill that has snapped from overuse. It probably belongs to someone who does lots of paperwork. Is this for you?
First Tomas,
It is
now
in
Monica.
your, study.
I do have a theory, though I admit it is nothing more than speculation. Both Tomas and Monica have each gone missing at one time or another. It was reported that when Monica returned from her disappearance, she began to act like a completely different person. As if, perhaps, the real Monica had been killed and replaced by an imposter. Thinking of it like that, it is possible that this Solon had been impersonating Tomas for some time.
Probably
How
when he
they
left the
managed
monastery
such
for a couple
convincing
years.
change of appearance, though, I still do not understand.
Okay, you are gonna train some authority. Oh yeah, and I've got a lost item for you.
As if thinking how they match.
Where's that quill?
Yes, this is mine. I'm sorry to...
Whoops.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Really?
Oh, is something hiding just behind that book?
A small leather bag, and inside it a ring.
I have seen it before. Ah, I know. Gerald showed that ring to you beside a grave. Do you recall?
I sure do.
He said he wished for you to have that ring one day. That means it's yours. He also said that you should gift that ring to someone special.
Oh, and we will. I know who I've got in mind, but if the last playthrough's any indication, that could change, so...
You've lost someone very dear to you. I'm so... You have my sympathy. Manuela and I can take on some of your workload this month. We can't do all the teaching, but at least we can lighten the load for you. I've always seen strength in your eyes. I know you'll recover. You're a very strong person.
Well, thank you, Hanneman.
I'm not sure.
Right. I have something rather uncomfortable to discuss. It's about the weapon that killed Gerald. Will you listen?
Absolutely.
It was a dagger, but I know enough to know it wasn't an ordinary dagger. It wasn't made of iron or steel because, well, because whatever it was, the wound it left wasn't normal. Who could make a blade like that, do you figure?
Dark magic. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have things for you. So... let's see, what was it? The light purple veil, I think.
Wherever did this turn up? Thank you for getting it back to me. No?
Oh, she's got more to say?
I wonder who they were.
Okay.
Really? Professor,
Hi, Flane.
you have lost your father. Now more than ever, do I understand how very lucky I am that you were able to save me.
Another person who has lost a parent?
Professor, I deeply appreciate what you have done. Thank you. If there is anything at all I can do in return, please tell me, okay?
He's just like chilling behind this armor.
I've never been much for condolences.
Never would have guessed.
How about a little logic instead?
Absolutely.
The knights have spread out around
QB.
Garreg Mach in search of Gerald's murderers. Thus, the monastery's fighting strength is, for the moment at least, depleted. Perhaps that was the enemy's real objective. We should be prepared for further confrontation.
Agreed. See, do I have anything that maybe belongs to you?
Yes, that is mine. Thank you.
All right.
Where did you find it?
I don't remember. All right, over to the library.
Well,
Nice. Oh, we're so close to that A rank.
Monica von Ox. There is nothing suspicious in her past that would suggest this change of character. Her transformation must have something to do with her disappearance last year. Sadly, that is the extent of my knowledge. I wonder who kidnapped her, and why.
First Tomas, and now Monica. I am so sorry. The failing was clearly our own.
Quick question. Is Von Ock a name that we've heard before? Just wondering.
We didn't notice the enemy's invasion, and now Gerald. I apologize. There is nothing I can say to atone for our sins. Professor, please do not let your guard down even among the people of the monastery. There is no way to know where another enemy may be hiding.
You're not wrong. I mean, there were already 2 among us. Would stand to reason to assume there could be more.
Hey!
I don't remember seeing the name Von Ock in any of the books. So, probably not a noble house, right? Let me through!
Hey!
Hey, you.
Okay, we got a support over here. Is this one Ingrid's? Yep.
That's the 3rd time this month. Well, that's that. Father never relents. Oh, Professor! Hello! Did you need something?
What were you doing just now?
Well, that is... I was just tossing out something I have no need of. It's important to keep our spaces clean, after all. You'd do well to remember that too, Professor. A clean space makes for a clean mind, or some such. Getting rid of things you have no need for is the first step to managing one's belongings in an economical way.
Could you help tidy my room sometime?
While I'd love to help, I don't want people getting the wrong idea with me being alone in your room. Despite my family's
I wouldn't be
nobility,
in there, so...
we've never been particularly wealthy.
If I'm not in there, then it's not a big deal, right?
So my father raised me to be conservative with my resources, paring down when necessary. He also encouraged me to keep my living spaces immaculate, so the two go hand in hand, I suppose.
I don't want to say that, because he also wants her to do some other things that she doesn't exactly want to do. He sounds like a good father, though. He does seem like a good person,
Yes, he's
nonetheless.
a good person. Even when managing our territory used up most of our family's resources, he still went out of his way to ensure my comfort.
What was it you threw out anyway?
Oh, just a scrap of paper.
Not a marriage
It was
proposal.
already written on, so no good for note-taking. And obviously, I can't use it to clean my lance. So I tossed it. No need to hang on to inconsequential things, you know. Professor, did you come to check on me for any particular reason?
I just wanted to talk with you.
Oh, well, if there's nothing important, I'll be on my way then. I still have some cleaning to take care of, after all. Talk to you later, Professor.
All right. See you later, Ingrid.
Okay.
Her dad's trying to marry her off to rich guys.
Excuse me. Not just Tomas, but Monica, too. We can't be sure who to trust anymore, can we? Who are these people, really? What do they want? Hmm. 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 Not we can't. Huh? I'm really.
Did it say he's rather interested? So I guess our charm is getting close. The lance isn't helping us any, I'm sure, but... I may have misread that. I went really quick. I wish to make more friends, but my brother always interferes. How can I get him to back off? He'll understand if you just explain it to him. Probably wouldn't. Yeah, that was a bad one. If I told you I was searching for someone who might like to share a cup of tea with an elegant noble, whose name would come to mind? Ferdinand.
Professor. Oh, Goddess, hear my prayer. Please receive this beloved person. When the cold rain washes the body, when the bird and wolf announce the dawn, receive them into your blue blood. Receive them into a twinkling star. That's a morning scripture from the Church of Seros. Lady Rhea taught it to me. I pray that Geralt is happy in the next world.
You're a good kid, Cyril.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess in this run you can't recruit him. Old fishing rod. A well-used fishing rod with no hook. Probably belongs to a fisher who doesn't care about how much they catch. Eloise. He's an awful fisherman.
Hello.
Hello there.
Pardon me.
Let's see, it was Mercy that was over here. Book of Ghost Stories. Probably belongs to someone who likes ghost stories. She likes ghost stories?
Professor, I'm so... Oh, we were thinking... Oh, this is mine!
Nice. Max motivation. Now, Ferdinand, I think that I have something for you now.
You are someone.
I am.
No, look.
And what was it? Eastern porcelain.
How could you possibly
No?
think that?
Person of high class. Did I try that with, what's his bucket? Gosh, my memory is so bad sometimes. Okay, anyway, we've got a support out here. Then we've got some eating to do.
Professor.
Oh, hey, Seta. Nice.
Ah, there you are. I apologize for calling you in so suddenly. Please, sit.
Got called into the
There is a
principal's
matter I would like to
office.
discuss with you. I believe I've told you this before, but it is my responsibility to aid the Archbishop in all her duties.
What are these duties?
Spiritual instruction, ceremony oversight, donation management, all of the Church's many administrative tasks. I oversee not only the priesthood, but also the Knights of Seros and the Officers' Academy. The Archbishop entrusts a great deal to my discretion, and I am honored by her confidence. Even when she must make decisions herself, she often seeks my counsel in advance. And yet, your appointment to a teaching position at the Officers' Academy was a complete surprise to me. Not only that, but you have also been entrusted with the Sword of the Creator. I was as surprised as anyone else to learn that. Frankly, I am just not sure how to handle you.
I wonder why Rhea didn't tell him what's going on. She probably could.
I am the Archbishop's right hand, and yet when it comes to you, I have been told almost nothing.
You don't trust me?
not quite. I do find you to be a trustworthy individual, but my subjective opinion is not enough. I have a duty to be cautious. Should the Archbishop's trust in you prove to be misplaced, it is the faithful who will suffer most. First, I would like to know just how much you know about yourself. You are the child of Geralt Eisner, correct?
I think so.
That's quite a vague reply for such a basic question. In the future, I would advise you to answer such queries with confidence.
I didn't have a confident
As the
answer
former captain
in my
of the Knights
list,
of
I'm
Saros,
sorry.
Geralt was renowned throughout Fodlan. If you really are his child, then no one would voice any complaint about you joining the Knights. How long has it been since you became a mercenary?
About 10 years, I think.
Given your youth, that hardly seems likely. Come to think of it, I have never asked your age. Just how old are you exactly? Your
I don't
face
know.
says it all. You truly don't know, do you? Just what was Gerald thinking, raising you this way?
It wasn't important.
Given your responses thus far, I feel as though any further questions would just be a waste of our time. However, permit me to make one thing clear. Whatever her reasons, the Archbishop has placed great faith in you. Do not betray that trust. That is all.
All right, Principal.
Professor.
Okay. So, most people are actually pretty good on this stuff. So it might just be... Let's see, who do I need? So Ignatz and, what's his bucket? Why can't I remember his name? I forget his name all the time. Lorenz. There we go. Yeah, Lorenz is somebody that we're working on, so we might want to find something that he likes. He's one of those picky people, isn't he? Okay, Lorenz. And I guess we could do Bernie? If it's not something that she likes, how much motivation does she get back? Probably only 50. We're just gonna do it.
I did not expect...
Good, we got it. We've also got Manuela somehow. Oh, because we gave her a gift. That's right. Okay. I could do some more trainings. Yeah, I guess all the knights are gone this month, huh? Because they're all looking for the killers. So let's do some trainings with Hanneman and Manuela. And then maybe we'll work on some supports with some people, like Lysithea, Nadelgard, and stuff. You're the only two people left here that I can actually train with. Nice. Nosferatu. We got another star.
You've Manuel. We can't. I've all. You're a.
Okay, there's nobody else we can train with. So the rest of our time will be spent doing other things, I suppose. Let's do these supports real quick.
Hey there.
Professor? Professor,
A pleasure to see you.
Are you praying?
I've never been very good at praying. I was here to confess my foolishness. While I'm at it, may I confess something to you too?
No need to ask. Go ahead.
I realize what a burden I've been. On you, I mean. After every breakup, I neglect my work, and I know how that affects you. I'm
Pick up your
completely
slack.
worthless as a woman. Can
Give
you
yourself a break,
imagine
though.
how that feels? Oh, I'm going to be single for the rest of my life. I just know it.
Me too,
You
Manuela.
think so too, don't you?
No. Never.
Really? So if I couldn't find anybody else, you'd marry me?
Slow down. By the way, she did actually end up not getting married in my last run. I'm assuming that there's a way for her to probably, like, be happy with somebody, maybe get married, but at the end of our run through last time, in her little bio thing, it said that she never got married. Sorry, Manuela. I didn't help you find a husband.
Oh, don't worry. I can tell by the look on your face you didn't mean it. What's wrong with me? It's not my looks. I'm still gorgeous. Or am I? Be honest. Do I look old? No, not possible. I'm the songstress who swept the Empire off its feet. Men professed their love for me hourly. It can't be my looks.
I mean, we can be honest with her. She's attractive.
I knew I was right. I'd be in real trouble if I weren't this beautiful. Oh no. If the problem isn't my looks, and they are not the problem, then it must be... what? My personality?
Your personality is fine.
A girl can tell a lie when she hears
Ouch.
one. You think there's a problem, don't you? I suppose I can be a bit unkempt. I do have a short temper, and I may be a little lazy, sometimes. But I've always heard fellas, you know, like a woman with a few flaws. Seems to me there are plenty of flawed girls who have landed themselves a good man. So maybe my trouble is I'm not imperfect enough. Do you think I could use a few more flaws?
She's going the wrong direction, guys.
Are you saying I'm perfect as I am? Come now, you'll make me blush.
And this is the point where I just turn around and walk away without saying anything, and it's super awkward. Am I facing the right direction? Yes, I am.
Professor. Professor, have you been looking for me again? I am very busy, you know. I must insist that disruptions for light-hearted chats of this kind be kept to a minimum.
I've been getting more complaints, Lorenz. God damn it. What are you up to now?
What did I tell you about falling victim to such salacious and slanderous rumors? As I've told you, there is obviously a conspiracy against me. There is no manner in which I could possibly be considered bothersome.
The girls actually do seem bothered, Lorenz. Get it in your head.
Professor, I assure you, you have been deceived.
I haven't, though.
My adversary has poisoned the hearts of these ladies against me. The plot goes deeper than I thought.
There is no conspiracy. This is real, Lorenz.
But... if you truly do insist... Please understand, Professor. I am not some scoundrel out for conquest. I am attempting to fulfill my duty as heir of House Gloucester. It is my responsibility to continue our noble line by finding a suitable lady to be my wife. It is a rigorous process. My family has the very highest standards for appearance, grace, temperament, and pedigree.
And they let you get that haircut? So, commoners are excluded? We already know the answer to
Typically,
that.
yes, even if others are sometimes critical of that notion. For the nobility, marriage is not merely a union of individuals, it is also a union of families. It would not benefit House Gloucester to be tied to a family of powerless commoners, would it? To achieve supremacy, it is necessary for my line to be tied to that of an influential family. That is the best path to peace and prosperity for all of Fodlan. So as you can see, the fate of the whole world rests upon my shoulders.
The whole world. That's quite an obligation.
If it is a burden, it is one I am all too familiar with. We nobles are born to this duty.
He's immune to my sarcasm. Clearly.
That being said, to avoid misunderstandings, I shall restrain myself until things calm down. I would rather not cause trouble for you after all.
Restrain yourself from here on out. Not until things calm down. You just need to stop. Ah, why are we recruiting this guy? I'll tell you exactly why, actually. I've heard that it leads to a specific paralog that can get us a weapon. A relic weapon, so... And we've had a huge lack of relic weapons in this house. Okay, what are we doing now? We have quite a bit of time left. We have 3 more things we can do, so perhaps I'll just work on supports by eating.
Professor.
So let's see. We should probably do Hanneman and Lysithia.
Lysithia, do you like this kind of food? How is the seasoning? Is it hot enough?
Hey, the professor is right here. Can you please stop paying me so much attention? Thanks.
They almost have like a father-daughter thing going on. Okay, and then we can do Edelgard and Manuela. Let's find one that they both like. Or at least don't hate. You're picky, Manuela.
Oh, I love this meal. How did you know?
This?
Getting real close to that A rank. Okay, Felix could use a little boost. And Raphael. Or we could do Shamir and Raphael. Let's do Shamir and Raphael. Where is she? Oh, we can't eat with her this month, huh? Because she's gone. Okay, then we'll do Felix. There it is.
That looked...
Okay. There it is. We're done. Okay, so that's where we're going to end things. Actually, let's just check our supports. Let's do whatever supports we have left. Looks like Manuela and Edelgard got theirs.
That song.
Oh, hello, Edelgard.
Professor Manuela, that song you were humming. I feel as though I've heard it before, long ago. And I'm sure it was you singing it back then. At the Opera House in the Imperial Capital, perhaps.
Why, yes. You must have seen me there. I am flattered you would remember it. I performed with the Middle Franc Opera Company in Enbar on numerous occasions.
So it was you. I went to that performance with my uncle. I wanted desperately to see it again. But after that night,
Lord
he took
Arundel?
me to seek asylum in the kingdom. When I returned to the Empire several years later, you had already retired.
Hold on, what was that?
I wanted desperately to see it again. But after that night, he took me to seek asylum in the kingdom.
Oh, it was literally the night after, huh?
Oh, that's a shame. So you only got to hear me sing once?
That's what
Sadly,
she's
that's
worried
correct.
about?
Yet you still remember it, even the melody of the song I sang. I'm honored.
That's how much of an impression your voice left on me. I must ask, why did you retire so soon? You could have continued for another 10 or 20 years.
Indeed, many singers perform for decades. But that wasn't for me. I wanted to go out on top. My voice is a gift from the goddess. However, as all things do, it will decline with age. One day, I will lose that gift. And so I decided I needed to learn to survive without it, long before that day came. I needed to prove to myself that I can live on, even after my voice returns to the goddess.
So despite your belief in the goddess, you wish to live by your own strength?
It's hard for me to explain. The goddess supports me both spiritually and emotionally. Everything else is up to me.
Okay, that's where we're going to end things. Thank you all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope that I'll see you all next time. Have a good one.